What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the other day I actually saw a post over on Reddit that was kind of showcasing some new skins that are going to be introduced into Battlefield 6. And there was one skin in particular that people were having kind of a fit over. And I'll be real, I don't really think this skin is really worthy of us panicking. But the original poster who put up the image here, and again, I'll leave all the links down in the description of this video. I'm not going to showcase it to you guys because it's a leaked footage and my channel will get struck down. But the original poster actually made a fantastic point, and I completely agree. I'm going to be real. I completely agree, and I think we have to go ahead and put our foot down now, or else things will kind of spiral out of control. But ladies and gentlemen, before I go and dive deep, I do want to showcase one thing to you guys, because I know we haven't seen too much of Manhattan Bridge. We have pretty much seen the leaked footage of everything, which is funny. You know, we've literally seen every other map, even DLC maps being leaked, but we still haven't seen Manhattan Bridge. Don't know why. I have no clue what's going on. Maybe it's not up in the lab. But regardless, some people over on Reddit, actually it might have been over on Twitter. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Everybody has seen it so far. And it's a detail that I think a lot of people are going to enjoy. As you can see right here, this was in the official trailer, obviously, for Battlefield 6, so this isn't any leaks. Just nobody spotted it right away until just recently. There are soldiers on the rooftops within this overall map, which is frickin' standing. I think a lot of people were worried that, Manhattan Bridge was going to be kind of like Empire, where it's just, very grounded, not much going on. But to see that there's tons of verticality, I'm assuming not every single building will offer the same verticality, but it doesn't matter. Regardless, if we could just get some verticality out here, that's what I'm talking about. And this is planned verticality, ladies and gentlemen. I want everybody to understand this because there was a lot of people pissed off that they went ahead and nerfed the rooftop exploits for Cairo. But you have to understand, Cairo wasn't made for rooftop warfare. Manhattan Bridge, if you see soldiers up there, I'm assuming this is made for rooftop warfare. The map layout, the lanes, to make sure that it's fair for both people who are up top and also for people who are down low. Compared to Cairo, where it wasn't fair. Everybody who are on top of the rooftops were absolutely bodying the whole lobby because the map wasn't designed around people being on the rooftop. So it was extraordinarily toxic and really hard to counter unless you do the exploit and get on the rooftops as well. Just wanted to throw that out there because I know a lot of people were mad about that, but you have to understand it has to be designed from the ground up with the intentions of having rooftop warfare involved, because if it's not, it's just going to be an exploit and it's going to be extraordinarily obnoxious. But I would love to hear what you guys have to say about Manhattan Bridge, showcasing some rooftop warfare down in the comment section below. Now, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, let's go ahead and hop into the main topic of today's video, the skin that we all witnessed pretty much everywhere over on Reddit, Twitter. As I stated before, I can't showcase this one like I just showcased to you guys the footage here because, this is all leaked information. But it is indeed within the overall Battlefield 6 experience. It is basically a blacked out skin with a very bright, vibrant lime green, kind of just plastered all over the outfit. It kind of looks like some of those monster collabs, that Call of Duty does a lot of the time, where they have those black and green or whatever and green style of skins. That looks exactly what they are showcasing in this leaked image here, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to be completely honest with you all. I don't think this is the end of the world. I gotta be real. I don't think it's the end of the world. It's nowhere close to being anything like Call of Duty, for example, where you're running around as animals, comedians, just all of the above, musicians. I mean, it's just absolutely absurd. This skin, you're still a base soldier, and like I said, it's just a blacked out outfit with some lime green kind of plastered all over it. Again, I want you guys to let me know what you think of the skin down in the comment section after you see the leaked, information down in the description of this video. But I will say this. I think the person who posted this up had a very fantastic point. This is a post by Spiritual Bacon. They said, even if you don't think this looks too flashy or over the top, the community needs to push back against skins like these. EA will push cosmetics as far as we let them, and we shouldn't wait till they try adding Santa before they are deterred by community backlash. Now, as I stated, I don't think the skin is that bad. I really don't, but I completely agree with the statement. We have to handle it exactly how we handled the situation within Battlefield 2042, and I really hope that a lot of other content creators come out and speak their mind about this overall cosmetic and bring some more light to the overall conversation here, and also spread the word so other communities can learn about this overall information. But I think that we need to put our foot down here, right now, right? Because let's be real here, ladies and gentlemen. When companies go ahead and start introducing this type of content, this isn't the end, right? This is the beginning. EA, Activision, all of the above. They like to dip their toes in the water first to see how far they can mess with the community before they get that backlash. The same thing happened with Battlefield 2042, right? They were trying their hardest to get the flashy Santa skins and all this other wild stuff, clowns, introduced into Battlefield 2042, and we stopped them right there and then. And everything moving forward, yeah, it wasn't completely stupidly grounded, but we definitely did not have anything on the levels of what Call of Duty and Fortnite are producing on a day-to-day basis, right? It was still way more grounded than anything else we have experienced. We need to do the same thing here, guys. I gotta be real with you all. If we do not put our foot down now, if we don't, speak our mind about this overall cosmetic, then they are going to keep pushing. They're going to keep pushing the envelope until they see what our breaking point is. And whatever that breaking point is, they'll keep on pushing that content out into the store. Now, the good thing here is that the Battlefield community doesn't really like this crap. You know what I'm saying? The majority of people that you see on the Battlefield aren't rocking the craziest of flashy skins. Even in 2042, where there's, a decent amount of some flashy skins, over half of every single match that I'm in, I don't see them at all. I see way more grounded looking cosmetics over anything else, which is a good thing because obviously EA acts off of money, right? They're not going to act off of just our voices alone. They're going to act off of, who's going to spend cash for this type of stuff. So that's good. The community already has that mentality, but I still want to push it past EA to say, screw all of this. We're pushing on forward. I'm telling you guys right now, we got to put our foot down. We got to say, this is the limit, and don't push past it. And again, as I stated in the beginning of this video, I don't think the skin is that stupid, I don't think it's bad. And let's be real here. We all knew EA was going to try to put something up in this game. They're not going to stick to only military-themed skins. Personally, that would be phenomenal. I would love that to death. But this is a business, and at the end of the day, Battlefield is a massive franchise. It's not a tiny milsim or anything like that that's, coming on out here. They want to make money. They want to make a lot of money. And they see all these other publishers, cranking out these cosmetics and making millions, if not billions of dollars off the microtransactions. They're going to put in flashy skins, ladies and gentlemen. Whether we like it or not, it's going to happen. What we have to do is make sure that they don't push it too far to where the flashy skins kill the overall vibes of the game. We must make sure that we can draw the line right here, right now. If we see more skins like this, I gotta be real. I wouldn't be angry. Black and green, black and orange, black and red. It doesn't matter. It could be multiple different color, layouts. But we have to make sure they understand this is as far as we are willing to let it go. If they even try to attempt to push it any further, there's going to be problems within the overall community. Now, I don't know. I don't think they're going to push it too much further. I don't. I think the skins are probably going to stay exactly around this style where it might be some flashier looking skins, which is fine. I don't really care. Make yourself an easier target, The visuals are already so hard to see within this game to begin with. Making yourself brighter will only benefit me in the long run, so I don't care what you go ahead and purchase. But I don't want to see cats. I don't want to see dogs. I don't want to see fish. I don't want to see comedians. I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to see content creator skins. I don't want nothing. None of that garbage. Keep it at this level, EA. And the thing that sucks the most is that this is out of the developer's control. EA tells the artists what they are expecting, and the artists do their job. At the end of the day, it just is what it is. So we can't get mad at DICE for anything that happens. And we have to be able to critique the game without bringing in EA's garbage, ethics. But as I literally just said, I don't think they are going to go too crazy. Their game is getting a crap ton of praise, not only because of the gameplay, but because of the vibes that they are offering. They know this. They aren't stupid. They're literally purposely advertising it as a grounded experience. Even the developers are saying they want it to be grounded. So, they understand their target demographic, right? They completely understand, even to the point where Call of Duty, one of the biggest franchises known to mankind, is backpedaling all of their cosmetics, all of their advertisements to try to make their game more grounded because Battlefield 6 is popping off that much right now, okay? So I don't think EA is stupid. So if you want to know my personal opinion, I don't think they're going to go too far. I think that the flashy skins that you guys are seeing within the leaked, footage is probably going to be the length that they will extend to. But regardless of what I think or not, I still think that everybody out there should voice their opinions and just let EA know. Whether they are going to do it or whether they're going to not do it, it doesn't matter. We got to make sure that we are speaking about this. Not just, content creators, but people, players, just the general audience out there. the millions of individuals who are just going about their day-to-day business. You gotta speak your mind. You got comments, social media, doesn't matter what it is. Make sure you are heard, because the line, as I stated, must be drawn here. Just like with Battlefield 2042, we drew the line extra early, right? They couldn't even get the skins into the game before the community was already giving them horrible feedback about it. We got to do the same thing with this one, okay? If we can do that, I think we'll be good throughout the whole lifespan of Battlefield 6. But, ladies and gentlemen, as always, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. I post here daily at 8 morning Eastern Time. We also double upload at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Pretty much any FPS or even third-person shooter you could think of, I like to discuss on this channel, so subscribe and hit that bell. And last but not least, I do stream Monday through Saturday over on Twitch, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Of course, if you guys are interested, I got to link that channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.